Definitely a lot of adaptation needed to go through, but for now, just Buzz already starting things off straight in towards the back of Halls. Ooh, nice little frenzy double kill, and off towards Carpe on the Classic. Already breaking the back lines, and the rest of them holding out from the back of P-Long as well. A little bit of a peek out from Yeoman alongside Texture, and Texture, of course, starts things off with a bit of a snappy headshot, but down to it, Meteor answers right back. Yeoman trying to play around the back of the boxes, but still, Meteor able to find him at the very end. One player, and that's why you can already see Texture trying to head back.
Yeah, and look at Charon's position. During all of this, now he can just wait for Meteor to return and still guarantee a 5v4 if it in fact is an A-site hit. There's no way that Meteor expects this. Just no way in damn hell, and Charon will get that kill.
Good little pickup. Ghost afforded him as well, but look at T1 as well. I mean, they're continuing to push further back into spawn.
Yeah, you want to make sure that you don't give them a chance to set up and just absolutely spray them down. And things relatively going as planned. T1, you bought 3 rifles, you lost 1. Obviously, yes, they're just going to try to mask info and then go all out onto A. They will have the numbers advantage, but Texture, he wants to get ahead of it. He wants to shut things down. It's a Judge right in front of him, but he's just going to get 1 kill. Gets out. Buzz wants to chase him down, but he is going to get gunned down at range. Izu finally in for the trade. Already a little bit of damage done. Munchkin, can he hold on? Not quite.
Get the spike down, and just in that time, Karen and Foxy9 have arrived close to the site. Foxy9 starts things off with a headshot and a second kill to go through to end the round.
So you can just trust Charon here. He's got the Judge. He can hold double doors, but that's going to be the dimensional drift. Already jumping onto site, catches sight of 1 member. Not quite spotting Texture just yet. And Foxy9, you are just trapped there. It is a grinder of stuns and firepower all around. And Buzz and Izu breaking the site with E. Spike will get planted, and Texture, he cannot risk the fight just yet. He has to wait for backup. But the rest, yeah, it's just already, the odds are so stacked against you. There is a Vandal. Yeah, okay. Wow. All right, you get out with a gun.
Can be, yes, earlier on might have been.
Don't have any utility that just hard stops the Neon. So that's something they'll have to figure out. It's a nice setup, and Buzz will get traded immediately, but he's a nice movement. Sidesteps Texture and is going to win out on the trade.
Now off towards Munchkin. Low HP. Not really enough time to really pull out utility, so a little bit of assistance from Karen on the back of stairs, but is that going to be enough? 0 point, and that's all the info that he needs.
They know it's close. You didn't hear it travel all that long, and Stacks with a wide swing, baits him into the fight, takes him down. Karen gets 1 trade, but he will be pushed out. In fact, gunned down from behind.
Kill to start things off. If not, it just might be exits.
I mean, this is rough, right? Because even if you save it over, it's not exactly a great round. Sure, you'd have a hero rifle, but I don't mind going for it. See whatever advantages you can gain. If he could have gotten an early kill, maybe there's a shot. No, he can't even land a single shot at the Stacks. I don't imagine that Util's going to come out. T1 wants to check this dry as well. 1. Oh, not connecting onto 2. We all
out. Genji, they might be arriving nearby, but again, it's all just pistols. Foxy9 onto the Stinger. The blades from Texture, though. Hops up midair, goes for the next, but Stacks swats him right down. And at the same time, Carpe on a bit of a lurk.
Oh, and the lockdown as well. T1 wanting to secure the rounds where they can. They still have the Hunter's Fury as well in future rounds, so they've got some power plays in store. It's going to stop any type of pinch coming in. And this gives time for Carpe to set up on a lurk over in mid.
Slowly creeping forward. There is an alarm bot in his path, so not too bad for Genji to maybe try to stick it through. At least bait out the Hunter's Fury for future rounds, but still T1 showing utter dominance, saving the last beam, fires it off. And inside of the smoke, Yeoman fires back. No time. Karen's still sticking onto it, but here comes Carpe!
He's going to be hidden as well as possible, but that's why they're setting up for a pinch, and just right next to him, he peeks out. Texture still gets the shot, but he will get taken down. It's a crossfire. It's perfectly set up.
Already eliminated from the equation now. Yeoman along the rest of the players trying to do what they can to refill in that space. The drone comes out. But Karen,
yeah, Meteor knows. He knows the only way. If you're going to try for it, you have to try something cheeky. And now, Munchkin joining so late, you just have to go for another save. Do we have better retakes, specialized for the A site? That's something that you have to start to work through. But this time it's going to be Art. T1, they haven't really explored this option too much. And Charon is just holding next to this one-way. But can he get the shot onto the Neon? Is he ready for it? There's no command. No more sliding for you. And that's 1. But the flash, the anti, and Munchkin with the spray down through the wall will finally shut down T1's advances. Push through, but they were not ready for the close range KO. So once again, T1 says we cannot let these guys set up. We're gonna go fast. There it comes the judge, but Munchkin jumping shot with the Phantom. That's not the same gun. Charon's holding the cross, and now the advances get stopped once again. Hunter's Fury to really slow things down.
Looking to try.
Seeing close range, but nice movement. It's actually covered for Munchkin. He's just always there for his boy. Karon is still alive on the site. Only 30 seconds for T1. It's a trade, and now it's just Carpe subbing in, gets one, but that's all he'll get as Foxy9 comes back alive. And a turret as well. There's just so much protection. Smoke comes out, Texture, is he ready? He's sticking in the anti, Texture gets one! How does he get one? And Munchkin with a pop flash over the pillar. There's still two members here. T1, are you ready for this fight? There's a good shock dart, takes down one, and that's the Euro, but Munchkin decides to fight. Not enough time bought for the full rotate from Gen G. They were hoping that T1 would rotate, but now it's three members on site. Yo, man. He's gonna want to go for it. He hits the clone, and now Izu set up for it. But he gets two! Down to a 1v1.
To push in a little bit closer. Where's he gonna go? Oh, Stack's trying to get ahead of it. Peeks out to the left, but Karon holds the angle.
Double downing on these ultimates to try to get some rounds. Normally I'm a big advocate of it, but right now with the setup, looks a little dicey. Relay bolt already used, so now it's just up to you to get those kills. Oh, and the flash is too good. He actually almost still gets it, but Foxy9 will get one onto Buzz. Carpe still cleaning up, and now here's the Hunter's Fury to clear out that lockdown, just trying to make sure that his team can stay on site.
And that is already enough value as well. The Cosmic Divide coming in too. Yo, man, he might be on the side, but he's alone and cold. Carpe comes out to eliminate him. Two players up from the back of Gen G now, but is it going to be enough?
Operator in hand for Texture. They're gonna wanna get a pick first. And Munchkin, he'll try to hold the closer angles. They're gonna go in together. They swap the gun. There's a good pop flash, but it's an instant teleport out from Izu. Out from danger. Texture finds a timing against Stacks. No reason to watch the flank anigore. Izu giving an opportunity. You heard the TP going by. Texture doesn't want to get played by it, but Meteor, it's a perfect fake out setup.
Texture behind screens.
Does he go out? He does! Oh, he's not gonna land the shot, but he doesn't stay alive! Izu just finds him through the smoke, and now Gen G scrambling to fill this void.
And with Munchkin inside the smokes.
They know about the lockdown. They're ready for it. Fragment goes out. Is it going to be spot on? No, it's gonna miss, and Gen G, they're gonna have to empty it. Karon's not in position. He just has to fight his way out. He's gonna get detained. He goes down, two taken out eventually, taken down by Carpe, and Gen G just cannot fill the space.
Just Foxy9 has to push out. It's a bit of a one-way in his face as well. He tries to work around it, but he gets spotted out his feet. Unfortunately for Gen G, Stacks and Carpe are really close around stairs. They might have been noted as well. Buzz spots out Foxy9, tries to get the relay ball in for the pinch, crouches and gets the headshot, but Texture answers right back with the Sheriff.
Well, round two, here comes Meteor. Next up, Texture versus Meteor, the old teammate, and he's just gonna say, well, hello, good old friend. I'm gonna go join my team. Meanwhile, Gen G gonna start to push out of the site, make sure that they have room to work with. He's waiting to see where Meteor's coming from. Stacks gets one kill. There's still two members around the site. Stacks brought down low. Carpe gets a good one. Yo, man, still alive. No, you can't take your utility out. You have to fight. Just one Sheriff for Texture, and he'll lead the pack. You know what the Gen G squad can do with this. On flash out, they're ready. They want to continue to power through. Oh, if they take Carpe down, that is a Bulldog fragment. Carpe just waiting, calling for backup, desperation, and a good timing and a pinch. Carpe and Meteor working in tandem, Bulldogs in hand. Texture still alive, but Izu will come for backup. He'll have time to reposition. Stacks and Izu trades weapons. Izu will have to go in with the drone. Bulldog in hand.
Right here.
And considering the position, considering the timing, the drone fairly confident that it should be heading out towards a main. Karon, he can't really make a move until he hears that tap onto the spike. But in a 2v1, can he land the shot?
Standing ahead.
An outlaw as well. That was his 1 star.
Okay, Recon not finding him. They have no idea. They're not expecting. Oh, Izu gets an inkling of it, but that's a headshot. And Karon, he trusted he was off of the spike, almost lands it. But Stacks will refuse to get hit today.
Went for the wide peak. He tries to strafe and reset his crosshairs, but Stacks sidesteps as well. Down to the one-on-one, and T1 remain calm. They regain their composure, and they strike back. Still though, not too bad of an eco for Gen G. They robbed so many guns away, but that's it. Now the score still is at a pretty desperate 10-4.
Yeah, right. If it was a 7-5 half, sure, we can say, okay, lots of damage done, time to come back. But now 10-4, if by some chance this starts to slip away in this round, then before you know it, the map's over. So Gen G, everything on the line. They know about the Outlaw, full armor in hand. And Izu will just TP out for the time being. It's still a double setup. Gen G trying to pick up the pace, but this could get dicey.
He TP'd out and went for a re-peek, sends in another gate crash back in towards tunnel again, just for backup. Meteor close by with the Sheriff trying to find some shots through. If this Outlaw can find value, that would be huge, and there it is.
Yeah, the Jet taken down as well, so no dive onto the site. Meanwhile, look at A main. Buzz is clear. He's been peeking non-stop. Sure, just a Bucky in hand, but that'll be enough to delay them to get that information. Now you know there's at least someone looking onto A, so it's not out of the realm of possibility. T1 choose to go for a hold on the default. They'll give up mid. They don't care. They have the numbers advantage as long as they have information that there is a rotation, perhaps a pin.
And now it's just down to Stacks on the site itself. Meteor alongside Carpe in for the rotation, but they hear the footsteps, the stampede out from stairs.
And there's going to be the Cosmic Divide, really negating any type of info that Stacks was looking to get. Stacks trying to go for the spam, just barely missed. Oh, actually, never mind. Lands right onto Yo-Man. He wasn't too happy about that one. Meteor confirms the position of at least one player, but quite a spread out from Gen G. Jump peeks to check close from T1. Still a possibility, 4v4, 2 rifles in the hands of T1 members. They will start to fan out outside of the smoke. There's the clone, it gets information, a pop flash as well. An instant trade, 1-1. Carpe starts to defuse, they're trying to block him, but he does get the half. And so time bought for T1. The spray against the wrong person, and T1 will lead by 7. And so Izu, he can take a little bit more time, get a little bit more aggressive, has that gate crash as a backup, and Texture just gonna dry peek in. He's got that tailwind activated. Carpe, he's sharp with it. Yesterday, perhaps that was enough warm-up, but a good jump peek out from Munchkin. Meteor up against his old teammates, up against his old team, where he was creating so much space. Can he do it against them? He starts with 1 kill, and he's looking for more, but Foxy9 once again says now it is my spot to be earned here on Gen G.
To try to retake, to find that map point, they stand up close. Stacks starts things off with a headshot.
Okay, the clone just gonna be spent by. Foxy9 still looking for one, and again, this is where he shines. He wants to take these fights. A 1v1 on the site, but back up far away from Charon, looking at that off angle, and Izu, he susses it out. He wants to go hunt for it. He doesn't have much time, but he needs to get the kill. He will not, but he's gonna choose against it. So much time has passed that they want to try to group up, and that's exactly when Gen G starts their advance.
Which might work out against T1's decisions right now. Bucky's still in the hands of Buzz, trying to find something, trying to get lucky. Unfortunately, not gonna be found today. Charon continuing on his advances, but here comes Stacks out from heaven! 2 kills already!
Reload, was it heard? Either way, it's going to be a far hold from Charon. Just making sure that he has not rotated back out. Stacks, he's ready for a bit of a pinch, and there it is from Charon. It's the first fight, the first contact potentially happening here in Art. But that dimensional drift, does it force Gen G further into the site? They're just going to be herded in, just like sheep, all the way into the site. Flashes come out to hold them at bay. There's the lockdown. Another flash at the ready, just trying to get as much information as possible, and Izu will use the clone to his advantage. Gets 1 kill. Texture on the site. The lockdown has been taken down. Now 4 members of Gen G fanning out, but they don't check the bunker, and Stacks will hold on. Buzz arrives, Yo-Man takes care of it, but Stacks eventually with the wallbang. The site is now in Gen G's hands. Charon, the flash comes out. He will jump out just in time, but the health, it's not good. Munchkin will equalize. Carpe now here. Charon knows the position of both. He needs to win the fight one at a time. He tries to get ahead of it! And Carpe! And here for the Cosmic Divide and the Hunter's Fury. You do want to hold close at some point, because just the Cosmic Divide won't be enough to stop this retake, stop the advance. They'll get ahead of it. They'll make sure that they have to peek out. It gives them a position nice and close on the site, and Yo-Man with a double kill. Texture also with the judge. Now Blades out, spots 1 in heaven. Eyes all trained above, but it does not look like it's going to be a possibility here for T1. They will have to wait 1 more round. Spots him, Carpe will get that kill. Down comes, we're doing with the Econ. Buzz could be a menace. In fact, it's just going to be this round. He's going to get ahead. Takes down the recon, but oh, it's just a nice double peek. They each find their targets perfectly.
T1 tries to refill that space, but Foxy9 has held the angle. Texture eliminates one more out from the front, and it's just Meteor pushes into the smoke. With the Guardian, he actually finds Texture and now tries to reposition. Goes for a little bit of a spam to check. Thankfully, Carpe
30
on
seconds
the ready
left.
with the stars, but now that it's gone, this is when the angles come into play. Texture dashes in.
Yeah, and everyone is here from the side of T1. Texture, you can't get too far out of it. Meteor's ready! And this, you know this. This is your teammate. This is how you won trophies last year. He'll just hold things down. Munchkin tries to land another shot. He'll go for it. Foxy9 there for the support. But now it's all down to Charon. He will get the plant. 1v3. Oh no, he has to get off of it. He hears the footsteps, and it's just too much.
So Gen G might be prepared for this, possibly starting things off with a bit of a nade as Texture tries to dive in. Meteor off the shields, already cracked up and open, but Buzz and Carpe able to strike back just as well. Continuing to fight off a rubble, the paranoia gets sent through, and Karen running away.
He's here, they hear the footsteps. Carpe, he's heard it, he's ready for it, but Foxy9 gets him, and now they know the exact location of Buzz. Now he starts to pinch in. The timing has to be good here. Oh no, okay, Karen, nice sidestep away from...
Yeah, Munchkin, he is ready with the Spectre, possibly a snake bite as well. Foxy9 just holding the off angle, spots them through. The Nanoswarm's already chipping and burning them away as he sprays and prays. 2 kills to his name. Munchkin onto the double as well. Drives their spirits up, but at the same time, you know, T1 getting a good read for things down. Here's that contingency wall. They're trying to push alongside it. A bit of a high-low, and they managed to strike down one, but still continuing to spray on through. Karen able to get something, but gets traded off as well.
Yo, man, he wants that timing. He finds one. Dances around the smoke. Can he land a second? Not quite. A good wraparound from Easy will give the numbers advantage to T1, but they've already taken some damage. And Munchkin, he's going to go for the trade. Now 1v2. Foxy9. Can he do it again? Can he do what Meteor has done so much for Gen G last year? And he reads it stacks. That box, it does not protect you. Down to Meteor versus Foxy9. He even wants to check Heaven. He's getting greedy with it, but he finds the timing. Knife out. Now he needs to go. He knows he needs to get the half. He's trying to draw him in. Just one more chance, but no time left on the spike.
Avoiding the drone or trying to watch for it.
A fast push out from C. I mean, immediately they say this has to be a group effort from T1. Still more delayed coming in. And now it's going to be Charon taken through the other dimension. Meteor, he's ready with it. Repositions with the knife, and Charon! He has his crosshairs trained on the target. Eventually still surrounded. All he needs to do is buy time. You've still got 3 members on site. Your teammates locking things down. Yo, man tries to get ahead of it. They want to spread out their angles. They want to get us around, but Carpe, he reads right into the plans of Gen G, and that's a double. That's the round gone. Munchkin, can you get out alive? No! Yeah, and I wouldn't be surprised if Buzz just launches that showstopper at some point as well if he really wants to. Try to get that rotation going quick. But for now, still paint shells online, and there it is. Showstopper goes up above, and he gets both! Nobody will drop down onto the site. Carpe there with the trade. The desk praised him, and he's really right back in the zone today in the lower finals as T1 take the lead as the pressure locked him down. But this time, they are fired up. They are heating up. And now once again, Rebel fight. This is Gen G's home, but only 8 HP. And T1 continue to win out on this zone.
Oh, man. Karen trying his best to play around the doors. Munchkin off to the other side of the toxic screen, but he's been spotted as well. Down to low. Karen able to find a bit of a double. Can he get the third? Yes, he does! A quad! But Stax takes down his life.
You have the turret, but for now, just a tap. This is the only location possible! And Foxy! It's going to be pressure on to C.
Foxy9, he's playing really close. He has the lockdown. Might need to play a little further back and back into towards Waterfall if he's to deploy that thing. And at the same time, Munchkin right around the corner. He's one away from the Viper's pit. They're looking for something, hiding inside of the smoke, and there it is, kind of lined up. Foxy9 with a double. Munchkin off towards the top. The shield propped up. Meteor trying to stand tall, but Munchkin!
But Charon's not stopping. He knows he needs the energy. Another full set of utility from Texture and Time, but it's going to be the kill contract right in the middle of the battlefield. Everyone falling all around them. Texture peeks out, and he takes the shield down, but cannot stabilize. But at the end of the day, Gen G will clear the rubble, and Stax answers back. The fight just does not end, but it's well beyond the walls. Now with 3 members and a trap wire in the way.
Gen.G makes a quick read for it though.
And Foxy9 just trying to make them check that smoke a little bit closer this time, spending noise again. But it's a double up already. Munchkin is here, and the pit goes up. T1's already inside. They are past it. Do you read this lockdown also used? T1 now trapped in the corner. But what's the play, Gen.G? How do you eliminate the targets? You might have herded them into the corner, but can you make sure you win the fight? They are well outside the pit. Carpe gets above. It's a high-low, but spike down. They dirt it. They hear the Shroud of Step, but they can't win out. Buzz peeks out, but Yeoman and Charon will surround. And now Stacks
trying to hold on the edge of the smoke. It dissipates, and they're looking for the angle. Yeoman's holding. Karen alongside Texture in for a bit of an off angle. Texture gets ahead, exits the cyber cage, so maybe baiting out the spams a little bit early, and Yeoman will spot out the first. Down to just Stacks as he tries to get ahead. It's conditioning Gen.G to go in for these A as well as C holds right now. So in for the B fights. An early boombot just to clear for the forward space. Nothing spotted yet, and T1 continues to hold close.
Yeah, no paranoia, so the showstopper, it has to be good, it has to find a target! He goes high, and he falls straight to the ground! Buzz still holding close, it's a crossfire. They just can't find a single target. Charon through the smoke, through the mind's eye, but is that enough? Still so many targets, 4 left alive for T1. You have to clear this out, Buzz, with a nice peek right around and Charon this time. If you go for this rubble fight again, there's a risk again that it's just 2 members stranded in the middle of the battlefield. Texture wins 1, but he gets drawn out. So now Gen.G forced to continue fighting, and Texture has to fight his way out! He wins! Meteor will be shut down. Stacks exiled here in rubble all alone with the spike in hand, and it gets dropped.
Down to just Izu now.
But such a promising talent. Prepping himself for it, draws 1 out. Waiting, and Charon will find him! And Charon will be tasked to delay if there's another rotation. Just close hold. The Prowler, you know it was close. But how many are here? Just a nice angle from Meteor. But Munchkin, immediately the trade. Shield taken off. And Charon, he's looking for more. There's a nice trade out for Munchkin as well. Just a ping pong back and forth. Gen.G will look to regroup as T1 start rushing into the B side.
Half of a death. It's just a mid-round call straight into B. Try to get the spike down as fast as possible. Gen.G's gonna take a bit of time to set up. Foxy9 though fires off an early warning shot just to let him know that there might be someone nearby. Keeps them invested.
You have the Haunt, you have the Prowler. Prowler goes out, nobody close up on Heaven, so a little bit of room to work with for Yeoman. Foxy9, a nice swing out, but Izu sharp with it. And now the trade, a reposition from Izu, draws out Munchkin, and that's time bought for Carpe. For information, but Buzz trying to let them know that there are members on the A side, trying to draw them into that B side, but Stacks losing that. Suddenly T1 stranded a little bit. They have to push out if they want to create space. The paranoia should have landed, but Munchkin buys enough time. It's a nice shot, and now it's a 2v1.
Of attacker spawn and 2 players marking his position.
Oh, jeez. I mean, you don't have a shorty here. Oh, they'll spam him through. Buzz just hiding away. Prowler checks close, and whoa, Texture, we saw where the Prowler went. Perhaps expected him to start backing up.
Foxy9's lurk, not quite finding anything, so he comes back in to rejoin the team. Meteor
might have been looking for an angle for an undercut. Maybe they thought they could go for an instant peek at 3 different angles. It's a high-low. Gen.G, you've been going slow, but you don't have any information. You clear these corners one wrong way, but it's just curiosity from Stacks that will draw death.
And to fire and shoot true, they should be
everything, whereas Gen.G trying to enjoy the game, set themselves up for success. Texture gets well ahead of Rubble. Oh, gets spotted with the decay.
Inside of B3 onto the A side from T1. Gen.G slowly making their way through tree. Carpe notes and spots him out.
Yeah, the paranoid chases him out, but he's not tagged just yet. He's good for 2. Eventually, the aim punch gets the better of him, and Yeoman will get 1, but he's all alone. Only 25 HP. 10 seconds. The round's already lost, but how many guns can you take away? It's going to be just the 1. Gen.G trying to get ahead of it. Is it gonna work out this time? They'll go even deeper. This has been the variation that Karen's been showing us throughout this kickoff, going ever deeper to make sure there's an extra angle. The Prowler goes for it. He trusts his teammates. He's waiting for the ISO, but Buzz gets 1 kill. He gets 1, but he swings a little too far to the right, and Stacks will return the kill. Yeoman with another trade, and now a 3v3 down to a 2v3, but it's actually just going to be Munchkin left all alone. Foxy9's on the other side. Munchkin has to fight his way out. He has to survive. Carpe getting curious. They're giving him the 1v1s. And Stacks, now knows that the numbers may not be on his side anymore. He'll wait for the curiosity. Foxy9 overthinks it. Paint shells come through as well. You know the space has been given, but they're going to position themselves fanning out off of that toxic screen. Paranoia goes through. They just cannot get out. Only Foxy9 gets taken down.
Man. Their only option is to walk through, and if they do, they're walking into their deaths. Meteor right around the corner. Stacks being able to hold. There goes the first. Stacks now back up from the top, and he uses the cage to spot out ahead. A second player, Izu. Double kills through and through, and down to just Munchkin. Map, especially out towards the right side of Rubble, so maybe trying to teleport through, but here goes that shield. Buzz getting ahead, just jumping all the way in. Texture in for the showstopper, but he gets denied. Munchkin finds the trades, but Meteor sends out another kill contract.
Yo, man, all alone. He can't land the shot. He's just stuck like a deer in headlights, and Meteor will clean up that fight. Munchkin stuck once again. There's the undercut. You know it's an easier fight. He draws it. Foxy9. Shield still up. And Munchkin eventually wins it. Now another 1v1. No, it is a 1v2.
Genji kind of slipping already in. The firepower not on their side.
Contact play, just a sheriff in Charon's hand. He spots one, but Izu's already good for a kill from afar. And that's the signal for T1 to just flood right back in. Never giving a chance for Genji. Oh, to take space, but Charon, he has other plans. 2 HP on Stacks, but the paint shells. Undercut, being considered, trying to push someone out of the smoke. He'll wait for it in the beginning. There's a paint shells, the shield comes out, the showstopper, it's just gonna be spent back, but there's the C's, Buzz still lands it! And that's going to be the retake off the rip. 5 members all alive. Meteor looking to be the shield and the spear point for the team. He goes into tree, finds his target, undercut. Shorty not reloaded, but he gets the spray! Izu gives him the intel, the teamwork. It's the same setup. Genji, they want to try to get ahead. Charon, does he go for the double shrouded step? It hasn't worked before. It's an early Paranoia this time. Bit of a switch up, but there's the kill contract. He's been caught. Texture's already down. Charon, you need to win this fight! Meteor refreshes his shield.
Found a little bit of positioning in towards the B side, but is it gonna be enough? His teammates out from the back, they've been smoked off. Foxy9 turns back around, takes down Meteor, but the Hunter Spirit comes out!
He dodges it. One more chance. He'll stay alive to get into position. It's a full surround, like a pack of wolves hunting down their targets. Prowler now spots out Genji on a rush. They have to push out. They have to pick fights. They have to win them. Foxy9 and Yo Man, can you do it? 1v2, 14 bullets left. Yo Man down to 18. The defuse begins and Izu's holding the angle. Carpe in safety. And Izu will shut it down. Start to pull away, give a little bit of distance. Just make sure we have options.
Yeah, allow them to burn a bit more of their utility before we come in on the retake. The cage is up though. Meteor's looking to peek off of it, and there already is a bit of value found. Munchkin answers right back, collapses onto Buzz as well. Izu off to the other end, and he collects onto 2 heads.
Izu, he's been really good the first 2 maps as well, and now it's just going to be the wraparound Stacks. He's been waiting the whole entire time. Yo Man versus 3. He's surrounded all around 360 degrees. Spots Stacks, tries to move away from it, wants to go by. They still need to land a couple nice shots here on the A side if they want a chance of taking things back. A nice Paranoia buys time, and that's Yo Man with a double kill. The spike down. They've already delayed him on A short. It's a surround on the site. They've got the trades ready. Yo Man, is he gonna be quick enough? Charon, he needs to spot the first one. A nice clean shot, and on to 2. How does he get away with this, Meteor? Vandal in hand. 1v3 contingency. Spots him. Tries to get on site. He knows he needs to eliminate Yo Man before backup arrives. He doesn't know where it's coming from, and Yo Man will just buy time. Drone tagged. Still the members coming up from sewers! Fans had the hype that a lot of the fans had, and now it's a fast hit from T1. They want to take the momentum right back. Sheriff's in hand. It's just a full march through, but everybody from Genji is here. Paranoia keeps him at bay. Charon got several angles to look for. He lands the first shot, a trade available from Texture, waiting for the peek out from Buzz. Foxy9 cleans it up as well, and now Buzz kind of stranded in garage all alone.
Meanwhile, the other 2 from T1 still trying to fan out across the map. Unfortunately, Buzz will fall to that Phantom of Textures. Karen holding the angle off toward the exits of B, and will get that wallbang through onto
Potential chance of an ace. He just wants whatever they can get. He'll get the plant. He'll spread out, but Karen, nice and steady. It has the same effect this time for A main. Step forward. Texture, you are far ahead. You are pinged. You are stuck, but Buzz gets taken down first. Carpe with a nice trade. Meanwhile, the kill contract goes out. Meteor versus Texture. Meteor wins out, and this time he will stay alive. Karen still stuck in window, but he's got Foxy9 right by him.
The reload has been heard as well. The A site. What they don't know is that Munchkin's all the way towards the back of Hell. Karen up close now.
He spots one. He's ready for it. Almost gets the double, but the toxic screen goes up. It's not a safe entry. Recon just barely comes back alive. Munchkin, will he get tagged by it? It's just right behind the corner. Stacks, you have to recognize that there is danger still on the site. Smoke onto Heaven. Spike starts to get held, and Munchkin will creep forward. He knows they haven't cleared him just yet. They do not suspect it. Carpe with a nice swing catches one sight. Screen goes down, and Munchkin will save the round.
Will kind of mark the positions out towards C-Long. His team slowly creeping through, looking for a duel outside of Garage, but Foxy9 finds it instead.
He's still waiting for it. Buzz tells him to sit right back down. You've got members on both A and C link. The smokes come out. There's the Paranoia and the TP across. Buzz spots his target, and he'll land the shots, and he whips it right back around. Takes down Texture. Buzz
a little bit into A. Karen finds a bit of contact, but not quite the kill. And look at how T1 are set up on the site. A bit of a swing from Munchkin, though. The double kill. The second one onto Carpe. Izu trying to hold off the off angle, but he's not able to collect. Left as a shot. Just Stacks now. Pushes up, tries to get ahead. Here's Karen's footsteps, and he's pulled out his utility. Inside of the smokes, gets out another dart, and Munchkin! A clone and a gate crash as well.
Okay, drone just to see if it's going to be the full strike. The Viper's Pit will try to open a way for Gen G to return. Early Paranoia drawn out from T1. But they still have that Hunter's Fury from Stacks. He's going to start to position a little bit outside of the site.
Waterfall through Heaven.
Yeah, this might be a hop out, and then maybe the pit also being brought down, but for now it's just going to be right outside of the pit. Meteor good for 2 kills, but it's just T1 winning out on the trades of that retake.
Whoa.
Disrupting some of that tempo, and the fast push out from C.
A little bit out towards the back. Munchkin setting up a bit of a flank as well. Trip has been cracked, and Izu notes it.
And Izu just trying to hold a very far distance. Yo, man, it's just a full spray down with 3 people all rushing in. Carpe on their side. He's been noted. He's been spotted right under the fast lane. They chase him down. Sight instantly cleared. Munchkin will wait for as long as possible until his team needs him. Izu, good for 1 kill. That's the call for Munchkin. Munchkin, you need to come for support. He takes him down. Half done. Stacks down to 11 HP. On the A side, they both know of each other's position. Yo, man, with a nice course correct, will eliminate. That's got to be the lurk. Now Munchkin looking for support. What's the call here? Foxy9 is tagged, but they don't see Munchkin just yet. They hear it. Meteor's there for the trade. Texture comes in. He takes down Buzz. They now understand the positions of T1, but they were waiting for the wraparound. Texture, you need to win it out. He gets the double. Meteor's still alive. Stays alive, but Karen will clean things up.
Pull them off, thinking about the previous round's mid-round decisions. A huge kill contract, though, and it catches on towards Yeoman. Looks for the one-on-one now and gets the spray down.
Yeah, Yo, man, just being a bit too honest, standing in the center. Karen tries to find a timing on the swing out, but he will not get it. Carpe drops right back down.
Raj, possibly. Munchkin, though, inside of it, holding on the other edge of the door. Swings around wide just to break the drone to get away alive. Here comes that Hunter's Fury.
Gets some tags, but Meteor's still getting through with the shield. He won't find his target in time. And now T1 scrambling. That's the clone. If they overpeak, there's the Paranoia. Munchkin, they'll bait him out. Gen G, they're keeping tabs. Yo, man, he doesn't land the shot, but he'll hold on to the spot. He antes it. Spike gets planted.
Yeah, take the spike plan. Why don't you? Gen G, half the numbers, and they are looking to surround this B site. Izu and Stacks playing off towards the right side, but Izu being able to gun down 2 in an instant. Stacks now noting the fast lane. Izu still holding off towards the other end. Takes down Texture, and all that's left is just Munchkin. Goes for the swing, a bit of a crouch.
Fast rotate, you can see them all scurrying towards A. If it's B, so be it. But now Dimensional Drift comes through. Yo, man, does he tuck away? No, he's going to get spotted. An instant flash is trying to push them further back into the back of the site. And now he finds an opening. Karon escapes it for the time being. A flash, there's an anti from one of them, but Buzz still good for one. He sprays out for two, he's got the shorty out. Eventually gets shut down, but that's all the time that T1 needed.
Just Foxy9 left. Here's the drone, gets tagged by it.
I just wanted to see if there's an instant swing out. That's the only shot he has. Tries to pick up the Phantom.
Pressure again.
Revealing area.
Seeing what type of util is going to be used. Izu, he's gonna swing out! Just when Yeoman lowers his guard, it's Izu reading through the old point scenario, and Stacks just shuts down Foxy9. Texture, you're stuck on the site. Relay bolt online. He'll stabilize. Overdrive! You need to land it. There's the trade from Munchkin. Curious, do we get Karon? He's just going to hold. Backup is on its way. You do not have to get far ahead. The discipline, it was there until it wasn't. The trade, Munchkin, right before the ping. He finds him through the corner. That's the pit onto the A site. They can secure the back of the site. Recon comes in though, and Spike should get planted.
At least goes down, but that might be the call for Gen G to start to creep up as well. Into the Viper's pit they go. Stacks has to work alongside Carpe. They try to fan out, working around the edges of the pit. It goes down. Carpe, he misses the flick.
Munchkin now on for three. Now it's a 2v1, and they spot him right through. They spray him.
A little bit of a gate crash set up in towards A.
Okay, a slide forward to try to get the peek. It eventually works out for Gen G.
Now Gen G, the quick rotations on towards the Z site. Meteor tries to stay alive with the shield up, but unfortunately a bit of a sidestep and he whiffs. It's going to be Yeoman getting the kill. Stacks on for the trade off towards the back. But a 1-on-2. He goes in a little bit fast.
So Foxy9, that's why he's just keeping away. He knows he can go for the peak. Stacks, he will hold true all the way to the end. Foxy! Oh, right at the end, he plays with his old leader!
Alongside this toxic screen in towards A lobby, but there it is. Jump peek spotted out by Texture, and that's Izu gone.
Oh, saw the tip of the head, I think, but it's just a shorty. Foxy9 will hold true. It's up to Meteor. Go with that Sheriff. Find a kill. Bring a weapon. Carpe tries to get ahead. No shot.
Quick to wrap around the edge of garage window. And that's a headshot.
Foxy9, if he can get a kill here, it would be huge, and he gets it. Yeah, Meteor, again, this is exactly what Gen G used to do with him on the squad last year as well. Carpe, he needed to stay alive, but it's just panic across the board. Spike gets planted. Meteor all the way around. Is he aware of Texture's wraparound? Through garage, he finds one. Texture, he has an opportunity and shuts it down. Munchkin, 8 HP. A while for that rotate to come through. 4 members on the site. Munchkin watching the flank. He's got that outlaw as well. And Meteor, there's just too many targets. The firing squad ready. 3 more once again with the crosshairs trained. Buzz, he just has no vision to get onto the site. And Carpe, you might be good with the Sheriff, but will you even get to fire it more? Just the 1 kill so far. I mean, yeah, they give him the respect. They say, well, a fair fight, that's not fair for us. Gen G, they'll stabilize. A tag on, but there was no decay.
Look at that little gate crash that Buzz sneaks through.
Down in the corner. Could be a decoy, could be a TP. It's a paranoia. Yeoman gets hit by it, no vision. There's a cyber cage to mask their approach, but Gen G, it's a 2-for-2 trade so far. Yeoman hanging on to the site. He has too many targets, eventually finds one. Still even once again, but the lockdown will keep them away. One gets detained. Carpe all alone. Stacks was not far enough. He wants to try to make it a 1v1, but he cannot get it. Gen G squad, when they need it most to stay alive, finds a target, and they will not give it to him. Foxy9. Yoru able to rotate out quickly enough. The double tap used already. Meteor senses a fight coming. There's the kill contract. This one has to be big. Yeoman, he saw him. Yeoman saw him. He didn't move fast enough. Even with the knife out, the speed not assisting Meteor this time. And Gen G, a perfect swing out. All alone, Texture draws out gunfire, no trade. He tried to stay alive as long as possible. Buzz, he's been pushed back by the paranoia. Paranoia to separate the forces. A clone out, he knows one's on the site. Gen G, they need to give respect. It's a 2v1, wide spread out.
Oh, he actually gets his own TP.
Carpe Carpe not aware of it. Finds information, so they say, okay, we're able to trip that down, and let's push far back into B Heaven. We already have control of Garage. It's a pinch down, but the spike drop over on the Raptors. It's a good trade for Gen G. They have the numbers advantage. Spike recovered as well. The three members of T1 delayed getting into Heaven. Buzz not quite checking his sights, and Stacks trying to crouch below will just barely get that kill.
Tries to mask his drop with a shot through. Does find Yeoman. But of course, Foxy9 on the move as well. Stacks trying to wrap back around. Throws out the C's, but...
and potentially even the paint shells. But after that, no passive info. You have to go out and get it yourself.
Of course, trusting in their ability to do so, though.
But it is going to be that Marshall. Lands a shot, but not going to be a kill just yet. Not the full headshot. Buzz with the paint shells just drops down. Absolute chaos onto the Gen G squad. Get an inkling that's immediately going to come out along with the paranoia. So there is the Cyber Keys, and it's just a spray possible from T1. Starts to find so much value as Carpe waiting. He doesn't land the shot. Yeoman's going to get one. That does open up a chance, but too low health. It's a spray from Stacks. Another peek out. He spots one, he spots two, and it's dicey. Now, yeah, push through from Texture, not quite checking his corners. Hard to spot. Will either of them check? They hear the footsteps. The spray takes down the spike. Only 7 seconds. Karon
Gives him a link into it. But at the same time, okay. Tries to go for the stun. Salvo's out, flushes him out of position. Stacks has to push up front, low HP now. Unfortunately for T1, Meteor.
From T1, so those late lurks, the multiple rotation, that's a possibility. But just hopefully they don't play with their fans' hearts too much with the timer. As Texture this time, a nice opening kill. A snap-on for Buzz, answers back.
Possibly allowing for the two players inside of Garage to sneak their way through. Showstopper in, out from Heaven.
Operator spotted, but he's not going to check below, but there's no way out for Meteor. The gate crash had expired. Karon now getting the trade onto Izu. Sight opened up.
And then suddenly execute into sight. T1 can't quite react in time. A 2-on-3 though, not quite impossible. Buzz starts off with the paint shells, his own showstopper to boot. Down onto Foxy9 and off towards the next target, Yeoman. But he swings! Gets the shot onto Buzz! Lands the fault line as well, pushed out of position. Meteor on that Yoru, so he's able to come back in to reinforce the A site where Munchkin trying to break through, does find Buzz with this Outlaw.
To try to get one kill, he's got the gate crash, he wants the kill, he's going to hold his ground, but I love the Rolling Thunder being used. Gen G not taking any chances. Texture clears out the close corners, checks the pocket, not checking Evan, and that's the site shut down once more. Gen G, is it a frantic rotation over to B? You have no information, only 20 seconds on the clock again. There's a smoke, Carpe holding close, you have to suspect this, but now he's inside! One kill. Foxy9 will clear it. The trade from Yeoman as well. And with 10 seconds left, the spike will get planted. No! Nobody checking! You have to run, you have to pick it up. The Nightfall, 4 seconds. He can hold it, but he can't defend himself. And you could argue, well, T1, maybe they should buy more buy rounds as well, but really, it goes to speak that with the Tejo down, Gen G, they slow down to a crawl as still holding it. Smoke from the shadows just to get out. He checks right in front of Garage. And he wants to check inside the smoke, but Munchkin waits. Rewarded for his patience. Here's the drop. Munchkin good for 2. Meteor answers back. For the time being, the clone buys some time and Dimensional Drift to get out. He has information. 2 members spotted. Does he find the third? Not quite. Karon not spotted just yet, but he'll get to space safety. Create another angle. Foxy9, the off picked up. Meteor answers back with a Vandal. The Cosmic Divide giving some breathing room for Gen G. Karon, he's set up. Operator in hand. Oh, he crashed close. He misses the shot.
3 players tucked in. Armageddon, the red carpet gets rolled out, but is it gonna be enough? Just clearing out backside by an inch. Carpe still around the one and done spot. Not quite noted by Texture nor Yeoman. They are trying to take a little bit more space, trying to creep up front though. They might have heard something, trying to clear and spam through, but Trigger disciplined! Carpe out for the double kill! Izu down from the pillar, swings back up on top! Down to just Karon at 10 seconds, and
There's going to be at least two people. They should have heard the run from Izu, but do they know he's in drop? Carpe, meanwhile, a good reposition. They're not aware of it. There's one trade, but still, Carpe a menace. Yeoman will clear him, and suddenly, just in the blink of an eye, a 3v2. The paint shells, they should get some damage done. Spike still planted, but the numbers equalize. Meteor, he's seen him. Karon, he doesn't know! Just too much distraction. Only 30 seconds left. It's going to be the Salvos to clear backside. Texture holding close, but still nobody's in just yet. They need to come support. They need to get the trades. And is it going to be enough? Finally, Izu taken down, but Stax arrives. Spike drop once again, down to 10 seconds.
Spots out the player, tries to play around the pillar, sees the barrel, goes in for the flick, but Stax crouches underneath. In for the Salvos, Munchkin tries to buy time, have a taste of your own medicine, but no, it's not enough. T1 plays around the edge of the Salvos, Stax gets the burst.
He places it in time to try to get himself a reposition, but it's just a little crack left. Not enough of that spread, because he was more concerned about them swinging far wide out. And he knows, you can see him jump, just try to get to safety. But again, the timer, it just whittles down against Gen G, makes them panic, makes them rush. You don't have the good positions. Munchkin just stuck outside. Now a Rolling Thunder and this Cosmic Divide, a 4-stack onto B. Do they pick up the tempo?
I want to see it. I feel like they kind of have to, but it is the last 2 rounds of the first half, starting things off. A bit of a showstopper play from Bruz, in fact. All the way to the other end, Foxy9 is flushed down into mid.
Yeah, but this is huge, because if it was an A hit, you would have gotten ahead of it. But if not, you're trying to force him to go to B. And since it doesn't happen, look at Stax's movement on the minimap. Buzz going back to rejoin. They're aware of the possibility of a rotate. You have these ults. You've had these ults for so long. If they're not being used, what are you fishing for? Stax back on B. Buzz spots more than one. Tries to get ahead of the drone. He has to back out. He's stuck on the side. The Rolling Thunder. He gets shoved to the side. And Texture opens up the site with the first kill.
Stax, though, trying to get a couple of spams. He actually finds Foxy9.
Yeah, trying to sneak in through the smokes. He's found a little bit of space. That could be good for elbow. Could be good for a double peek out. Texture. He goes wide, but that's just not enough for the judge. Yeoman with a nice trade. It's a judge, my friend. He somehow survives it. 1v1, but not enough. Salvos and the showstopper coming in from Mail, but there's the snake bite. They don't check for Carpe. Again, the same mistakes over and over and over again for Gen G.
Bit of an execute straight up in towards Heaven, but instantly reply. Texture off towards the top, traded off by Buzz. Karon trying to hold on towards Garage, but Izu quick to execute in.
He has no vision. There's a fault line for Close. He needs to win it against Carpe, and he does! Yeoman good for his own kill as well. Stacks on for 2. It's a spread. Time ticking away from Munchkin. It's been the same story! Fault line at the ready. Here they come. He gets past it. He doesn't check. They've been delayed. They've been shut down. And there's the paint shells returning. Meanwhile on site, Munchkin salvo in hand. He hasn't been spotted just yet. There's the surround. There's the spike down. And there it is. 7 seconds. Returning the favor. T1 as well for Texture. Not quite spotted. Shoots the clone, but he doesn't have an easy way out. The blast back right up into the sky. But Karon, he's set up for it. Buys enough time. Prowler, second one, doesn't clear the right side. The salvos come out. They'll slow things down. The backup has arrived now in full force from Gen G. Munchkin, he's got them surrounded. Izu gets spotted. Gun swapped, and that's a good double swing. T1, there's still 2 members holding close, but he gets spotted. And Gen G, quick control of ramps, but they have to be pushed out. There's the salvos. It's a double swing. Gen G, we don't want to take the risk. A good flash right through the box. Meteor finds Munchkin. The Teo down. Once again, all that artillery now missing from the Gen G side. Foxy9, he wants one. There's a trade, but Yeoman, he's not good for it.
Spotted out by Foxy9. Texture out from stairs. Looking for his timing to peek out. Does have the boom bot. Bit of a silent drop though. Foxy9 continuing to jiggle back and forth. Does find one. Izu off for the trades, but Karon instantly comes back into reply. Texture now slow and smooth. Smooth is fast, but spotted out by Izu nonetheless.
30 HP. It's Going to be zoned out, but he finds another target. How is he getting away with murder? 1v2. Doubles back. Tries to find another 1v1.
T1 not backing down.
Taking contact. A slow entry. Foxy9, his crosshairs not quite positioned. The showstopper will trade and open up the site, but the spray? Yo, man. Available as well, and a quick hit during the plant, but audio denied. Texture all alone on the site. He needs to find one, and he finds the correct one as Spike gets dropped. Meteor, is he aware of the wraparound? He'll find his target. No, he will not. He might have seen him. Perhaps just running through the entire playbook one round at a time. Seas comes through. Should be spotted. They know that one's tied up, but there it is, the fault line. There's the gate crash, but the Armageddon, I love it all the way across the back. Guaranteed for at least one kill. The re-clear, trying to pick up the spike. Buzz trying to get ahead of it. He wants to fight, but he is stuck. Finally discovering their voices once again. The roars in the stadium will push Gen G forward one step closer towards that grand finals. Izu has to run away. Are they aware that Gen G is still holding? This is the confidence of Gen G. It's against an eco. They'll take this risk. Munchkin trying to hold the high-low, and it's just an absolute spray down. And T1 into the grinder they go. No entry onto site. Seas, it doesn't matter. There's the aftershock, the salvos. You're just in the war zone, baby.
On towards a bit of a rolling thunder if push does come to shove.
Oh, the rolling thunder. Oh, just to chase down. I mean, it's just one man, but they'll absolutely get the kill, so that's the kill for T1. But they have no idea. They thought it'd be more.
He's trying to make it across safely. Karen, though, holding up from the other edge of
Oh,
smoke.
oh! What a jiggle here from Buzz. Opens things up. Now, Heaven opened up. Texture on site. There's Foxy9 as well. Two members stuck on site. T1, they're aware of this. They will isolate the fights, the flashes. Texture, he would desperately want one more, but he cannot get it.
That will be the spike down. Viper's Pit invested as well. Munchkin alongside Yeoman trying to find the approach, but oh, Yeoman gets spammed down. Carpe around the edge of the pit spot.
Just like against Paper Rex, the dimensional drift gets ahead of it. He lets them know, and there's the answer back. Yeoman gets a double with the aftershock. The stunts are just too good. The new pickup, a 3K. That's his legacy for the round. Now a 3v2. Munchkin waiting, can't get the spray, but the team is there. They say once more, T1 wants it. Like lemmings with nowhere to go, they will fall down into the cliff, and Charon's waiting for him. Finds another, gets the shorty out, and just like that, a timing attack here from Gen G. Meteor tries to get ahead of it. The gate crashes here, but salvos to cover those corners, but Buzz just out in the middle of the site. Seas is online as well. Stacks, he's arrived. He could throw that out. Only 20 seconds left. Gen G, not like this again. How far you've come to get to this point. And Stacks goes for the spray. He gets pushed out. Texture, gunned down from the sky. And Izu will get 3 members. Charon all alone. 5 seconds forward. The countdown down to the round. This time, it's another one. It's another trap play. The salvos, they try to get ahead of it, but Munchkin reads it.
Once again, launch that rotate. Izu still on the other end, but Texture continues to hold down ramps. The spike dropped now. Carpe tries to pick it back up, but Texture denies any possible opportunity.
Don't want to get too antsy. They'll just cut off the entryways. Foxy9. And so it should be the end of the round. Yo, man. He gets a sniff of it. He says, well, that's a little weird. Double blast pack and no further utility. Charon, what are you looking at? Stacks gets 1 kill. Foxy9 domed as well. Yo, man will answer back, but Stacks is holding the fort. Meteor has now regrouped. What a timing from Munchkin.
Need to push and assault through. Just a bit of the tail utility to fend them off.
There's the aftershock, pushes him out. It's great staggering of the util, now 3v2. Texture still not spotted. T1, they know they don't have much time. The shorty, Izu, what a call. The confidence play to lead in front of his IGL, the new leader of T1. But Texture waiting for a timing. Yo, man needs help. Texture will get it. There's the paint shells. It'll buy time. Izu doesn't have much of it. Toxic screen comes up. Texture will have to face the decay. He needs to swing out! A close swing out from Stacks to open up the site. Gen G, meanwhile, pushing out mid as an answer. There it is! This could still provide a chance for Gen G. Carpe's way too far out. I don't think they have any idea. I think they trust in Carpe's information. Izu, that's one. But how many are coming in from there? Buzz, he gets stunned. Where's the follow-up? Waiting for it. Salvo's a little late. There's the blast pack. They know he's on the side, and that's eventually the trade from Texture. Carpe now coming up through mid. It's going to be another surprise here for Gen G. They need to push through. They need to get these kills. Charon gets one. There's the shorty. Swaps back out. Stacks repositions in a tough angle. He saw the barrel. Oh, a flick onto Texture. 1v1. Charon, you have to stick it. He gets it. Is it enough time? Charon cannot finish. But it seems like there's an internal timer for the gate crash as well, because Gen G taking contact. They spot each other. Munchkin tries to get out of it. He's down to 12 HP. He still wants to fight. He knows he has to hold on the salvos to make sure he can't get traded. Izu now drops down. A crossfire set up with Buzz by his side. Can they clear him out? There's the paint shells. Buzz now trying to regroup with Stacks. Can he get into screens? There's too many targets. He must escape. Meteor, meanwhile, in mid. Charon gets the kill. So now options opened up, but only 20 seconds on the line for Gen G. Spike going to be held in safety in the corner. And Carpe eliminated. Ability Texture wants to check, but he's already through. The shot. This is what it comes down to. Texture, the shot! It does not fire! Munchkin, all alone, misses the first hit. The Haunt has to get erased. There's just too many angles. Good for one, but that's going to be it as T1 takes control of A Heaven.
Continuing to hold it on from the other end as well. Stacks, but this time gunned down by Foxy9. It does alert to T1 his position. Meteor able to hold out screens with the linear angle. The trade out.
Charon hides away from it, but the entry is still happening over here on the B side. What a timing from Texture. Waits for the spray, baits out his old teammate.
Couple of jiggles as well, and continuing to spot out the T1 players up from Heaven. But Stacks takes movement away, and now that's going to be Yeoman down. Off to the next, that's Foxy9 gone. Charon and Texture will hold out towards the back of Elbow, and that's going to be the
stealth drone as well, making sure that there's nobody down in sewers. But look at this reclear from Stacks. It's a good read. The mind games are here. Who will take the peek out first? Munchkin the wide swing. Texture with the trade. Buzz left all alone. The paint shells will keep him at bay.
Izu does keep himself planted deep into this position where he might catch an unsuspecting player or two. Texture, though, quickly notes onto it, and that's Izu gone.
How do you clear that? Meteor gets one. Draws out the showstopper.
Spike planted.
He's running out. He's right below. He wants to take it out. The rocket lands. Buzz down. Meteor with the trade. One more. Foxy9 so low. He tries to go for the repeat, but it's a 4K for Texture. And for once, he will secure victory with an ace in his hands. But right now, it's all 5 members. Not a great position for Gen G to try to go for this retake. They have to go through this choke point with several members. There's one right click going on for 2, but the trade not quite there from Izu. Meteor will make sure he fills the gaps. And now Gen G, they've taken over backside, but they are down in numbers, very low on health on both sides. Buzz gets ahead of it. Do they know? Meteor holding on to the site. Charon, the master of the truck here on bind. But there's the pop flash. He's not able to approach. And surely he doesn't have a way out as Buzz gets a 3K. Meanwhile, slow creeping. You look at the sheer wall, really just meant to watch the flag. Oh, okay, still gets a trade from Texture. Still at full health.
Flash set up, Meteor just coming back in to hold on to Lamps. Some classic shots out from short with Charon at the back. So T1 just kind of forced to disperse, but they are able to come back in and refill. They've got those rifles. They're looking for the sprays. Meteor does find one. Carpe onto the next and in towards the final one. Yeoman just hiding around the edges of the smoke and also meeting each other force to force. Still though, bit of a high-low setup, and T1 will be able to collapse. That's Texture gone. Charon tries to hold the angle now to hold that space even further, but T1 doesn't let it happen.
Yeah, Gen G going out one by one, just trying to take the fight. Waiting for it. No ult just yet from Gen G though. They identify the boombot, they hear the ult orb, they're ready for the pinch, but not quite fast enough. The Phantom dropped. Foxy9, he picks it up. Outlaw at the ready. Same with a Phantom. No, he switched it out. 2 Phantoms waiting. There's the flash, buys time, gets information that he has in fact exited the TP. All eyes here on Showers. Gen G's just waiting for the opening shot, and it's not gonna happen! Hope dashed, as now the three members just look for cheeky kills, but they will not find him. And Charon, Texture, all falls. It's meant to be the peek out for Munchkin, and Foxy9 swings for the trade. Can they get it? The Steel Garden comes out. He can't. The flash is there. He doesn't find a single target. And Munchkin can't connect onto two. It's just a 1-for-2. Charon all alone in Lamps. He gets a kill, but he is stranded. Stim pack activated. Make sure he can dance around. Teammates coming through. A timing. Texture fires the rocket. But it's not going to land. Yeoman will have to be the one that gets the cleanup. Checking all around, triple. Meteor pushed in. There's the Nightfall. They know exactly the location, but look at Meteor. Look at Meteor going around. He doesn't even need it. But they know the location. Can he stay alive? Paint shells coming out. It's just an absolute pinch onto Texture. Nobody has vision, but Stax will find his targets. Foxy9 staying alive, but Stax and Izu answers right back. And Gen G, they just can't slow down the squad of T1. Charon stabilizes with another kill, finds another headshot, but only damage done. Because you have to wonder, does Gen G at some point use their second time out? Stax ready for it.
Yeoman sent out a Prowler down B long as well, and I think it didn't go deep enough, so T1 not quite noted from before, but now absolutely, with the snake bite being spent from Munchkin, trying to hold and delay them off, but T1 continue forward, straight in towards Hookah. Good launching pad for Buzz, straight into the site. Not checked from underneath though, Munchkin able to come up huge with a double. Izu answers right back. Texture not able to collect. Izu off for the next kill, and a mosh pit to slow them down.
To try to get a point on the board. Dizzy out. They start their retake. Two people already in the back of sight, but Izu, he's just been dancing around. Stax doesn't have to worry about a thing, but Foxy9 will not be able to finish the job. Had his crosshairs trained, but won't find his target. Once again, the weaponry not there for Gen G. You just have Munchkin with the Judge, and Charon now with the Guardian in the site. Counter Thrash, Thrash for Thrash, both people detained, but Charon lands his shots. He's still got the Guardian online. He's still on the site. T1, they might have gotten the kills. They will finally clear the site. Texture, he snuck in, he's been spotted, but he's got the Guardian. He lines them up. Resets. 1v2 on the site, lands another shot, but he sets up the 1v1. The Gen G Classic pushes him out. Munchkin closes the gap. But what a good reposition! Outside of it, Meteor gives that information. It's an immediate push into B long. Gen G, is there a rotate? It begins, but is it going to be there in time? An amazing pop flash, but no kill found. Munchkin waiting as long as possible with the snake bite. Yeoman doesn't spot them. They're in the smoke. They're all ready for it. And T1, they just break out into just a spray of bullets. If you're Gen G, he's thinking about it. Oh, just too far jumping now. And Munchkin, meanwhile, gets a long-range kill on B long. But that's already the sign to enter the site. Foxy9 stabilizes. There's the orbital strike. Meteor takes a little bit of damage. Down to 21 HP, but he snuck through. They have no idea. Foxy9 starts trembling, and Meteor gets cleaned up by Munchkin. Izu with a wraparound. Same with Carpe and Yeoman. He senses it, but can he have the timing? He does. He finds him. Izu, a surprise kill. Half done by Charon. He trusts in Yeoman. Trying to get the troops rallied, riled up, ready to go.
Oh, T1 though.
This time out of Hookah, one of the most dangerous ways to execute onto the site, but we'll see if it works. The Dizzy, there it is! A quick 180 with the showstopper, and Buzz is, oh, what in the world is that? Mr. 4K himself gets 4 on the site. Takes time, keeps Stax at bay. There's the Dizzy. Stax hides away from it. Is it a peek out? Foxy9, he gets spotted, and Gen G Texture!
This trio of T1 tries to launch something in towards A main. Still though, Stax now already noted. Flash is not quite available now. Nightfall sent through as well from Yeoman.
Only tags 1. That might be a little bit of misinformation because the rest of the squad from T1 was already nearby. Arcros set up. It does get popped. Molly at the ready, but here comes the Thrash. Gen G, can they separate long enough? Buzz gets onto the site. He is aware of the position. Meteor takes down Yeoman. Charon hiding, takes out Meteor. He still does everything he can to defend this site. He's blinded, but he'll hold on. He'll hold true, and the backup has arrived. 4v3, Spike not planted yet.
Just looking to truly survive or die on this hill as long as his teammates arrive on time, and now they're here. Now they push out. Karen starts it off. Texture continues to swing and catching on to two. Izu the final death. T1's pushing out.
They're waiting for it, but Foxy 9, he doesn't have an escape. He has to at least get one kill. He will, and it will be a trade.
Izu.
Yeah, and Gen G, they think with the silence that T1 would bite onto a rotate. And T1 had considered it, but Stax is back, but it's a clean shot from Texture. The site weakened.
Genji plays around it. Texture, he allows himself to get noted by that 0 point. The rest of his team, though.
Carpe
Straight back into Ratuka, and Carpe goes down.
Now Stax all alone, and Gen G, no matter where they go, they'll have an absolute advantage. Stax has to do the impossible. Haunt comes out right under the tube. He's been spotted, marked, down to 1 HP. There's just too much to cover. Meteor knows it. He has to start going for it. They hear the footsteps.
Bit of a Marshall from Munchkin as well to lock out the angle in towards Baths.
Munchkin steps away. Buzz, that smoke will run out eventually. And the Vice gets taken down, and that should be the signal. But do they recognize the trouble? So many players have been sitting here. This time Buzz trying to sneak into the smoke at first. But Munchkin still inching forward. The timing has to be right. There's the Prowler, a close check. Buzz gets one, but that's going to be it.
And not to give Gen G too much. They have an advantage, and they don't want to throw it away.
More of the creds, a little bit more of the old points as he's already got 3 on the board. He has time, but it's a nice little crossfire. If he does get even one, would be impressive. He gets both! What in the world? Buzz. He's just focused, laser focused on the one angle. They start to hear the advances. Buzz just does not want anything else than the one target, but he gets chipped. 61 HP. Now they're trapped in showers. It's just an absolute pinch. Carpe opens out an exit. Back onto the site they go. There's the C's. Buzz, he's been decayed, but he will survive. Nobody spraying through just yet. Foxy 9 wants the spike. He needs to pick it up.
And hopped on over. Running out of time though, and Karen has to go at some point. Buzz, Carpe, they're still locked in up around the sides. Karen initiates, but still Foxy 9 going through for other trades. Stacks finds one right back. Pop flash is over, but the spike goes down anyway. A dizzy set over from Izu. They shoot it down, but Meteor comes up and initiates off of the fights. Carpe jiggling for info as well.
It's just a full-out send here from Gen G. They've waited, and they're just trying to bait that out. A timing miss here. Carpe barely getting out with his life, so Lamps has to be given over. Showers Buzz all alone. He gets regrouped with Carpe, but they're both going to be a little bit weaker. Carpe gets taken down. Buzz reclaims that position. He knows there's too many, but he just has nowhere to go. 2 people waiting for him. Spike already planted. Meteor deeper in than the opponents suspect. That's 1 member down, trying to create a crack in the armor here. The pop flash, it doesn't hit, but it's still going to lead to the kill. Charon, good for a trade. Now a 3v2. Stacks down to 46 HP.
Izu up around the sides, goes in for the defuse. At least tries to stick it halfway, but Genji pushes up Yeoman and Karen.
And when will they discover it? Creeping up for now. Spots Meteor! Well, they don't need to find it anymore. It's right there, laid bare. Not active. Stacks waiting with a Sheriff in hand. They know Buzz has been in showers. Munchkin has the map downloaded. He knows the positions of T1. The eco round. Sheriff not gonna do the job. Munchkin even waiting for the flank. I mean, everything read through.
Oh.
He gets 1 kill, but just a classic. Okay. Picks up a Phantom.
Nightfall sent through. Buzz continuing to kind of hold his spot, maybe pushing further to set up a bit of a flank. T1 arriving on the site. Texture pulls out the showstopper. He's looking for Buzz.
Yeah, but the no command shuts it down. Meanwhile, you do have Munchkin on the other side of the map, but the spike has already been planted. Does he catch sight? He doesn't quite, but the sheer wall should have been tripped, and there's Texture, swings out! Doesn't give Buzz an absolute chance at all to fight. Orbital Strike has been used to clear out Lamps, but Texture still holding showers. That's created an opportunity for Gen G. T1, they try to answer back, but there's so much post-plant. In fact, using it now as a delay. Stacks holding close. He's the one who has to get the kill. They know he's close because of that 0 point. He's given himself away, and Yeoman confidently takes his shots. That should be the round. No chance to sit on the defuse. Waiting. He'll throw it out off the paint shells, but they have to give up the site, and that's a quick entry here from Gen G. Oh no, they cross paths. They don't know about Buzz! The showstopper only finds one, and he immediately gets gunned down. The least of their worries here on the side of Gen G as they take out the member in Hookah. Wingman goes out to clear out the smoke, pushes T1 back, but they will not be moved. They will hold on to the site! We're by a short as well, so the pinch won't be perfect. They're getting closer. Surely some util. There's the Prowler, waits for it. Shot fired. Boombot trying to delay. Gives him an opportunity. Another peek out right before the Wingman. Yo man down. No more fade. No more info. Buzz, does he go for another? He waits. He goes. Takes the shot. It's a whiff, but the shorty in hand. There's the peek out. Steel Garden now forces Gen G out of this fight. Spike still in hand, but only 25 seconds. Your teammates are over by B, but can they even get in? Charon stabilizes, but the spike, can it get there? They have to take the long way around. Foxy9 sprinting, but I don't think he's going to make it. It's just too far. They take the safety. 10 seconds counting down.
It's going to be down to the wire.
You have to land on the site. The spike is dropped, and so are the hopes of Gen G. But it's going to be a 5-stack onto B. Gen G just going to play on a timing. No info on the other side of the map. All in onto this side. Carpe spots him, has to duck out. Smoke up. Trying to anchor down on the site. Jumping out of this window is going to be so dicey. They do have the pit. And it's going to be used right above, all the way into the site. There's the showstopper. What? It! Carpe ducks right under it. How does he stay alive on this site? He's still alive in elbow. Keeps things alive. Karen and Foxy9 answering back. It all comes down to this spike planted. One retake. T1 loses Carpe, loses control of elbow. Buzz has to get the shot. Meteor trying to get ahead of it. He gets it. No! Foxy9's ready for it. And now Meteor all alone. He's been tagged. The Dizzy sounds the alarm. And this should be another round for Gen G. Another chance. T1, they'll push out of Hookah. They don't want to be trapped with false information. Izu going for the check. Texture, he gets one. He suspects another, but Carpe's holding close. I don't think you expected! The movement was good, but Texture's got a phantom. Meanwhile, the execute begins. Foxy9, yet another kill on the board. Spike, they go for the tap. They wait for a reaction. Wingman sent out for safety. Munchkin lands the shorty.
Ooh.
This time for Buzz. It's a face-off. Buzz is already in position. And Texture, can you land it? Buzz! Flicks right onto his arm!
Think twice.
You gotta send the thrash. You have to just use the movement. You have to send it. You have to chase him out. You have to land the detain. Doesn't quite chase up. He dodges it. He's got the op back out. Paint shows to delay. His teammates have arrived. Gen G, you still have 50 seconds. They need to stay calm and cool as T1 now waiting, just a couple kills away. The outs go out, and it's down to Foxy9 all alone, and he goes down!